Alan, a very successful year. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting going again.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was a good year for us. We achieved our goal of qualifying to the World Series, which has kind of ticked that box, and now we've got to prepare for the Olympics that's coming. But we've got 8 tournaments coming up on the World Series, and we need to perform at each one of those. So yeah, exciting year, and yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
And what did it mean to secure that Olympic qualification?
Massive for the group. We fell short on the last one, the last Olympics, which was devastating for the group. So, credit to that group, the player group. They pulled through the season, and they, through tough times, qualified. So the girls are absolutely ecstatic with that. But in saying that, they also know that they need to leave that alone, because that's coming at us. The Olympics is coming at us, which is massively exciting. But to be able to go to compete at the Olympics, we need to make sure every step on this World Series is we use for our growth and development as a squad.
Yeah, Vikki was actually just saying that as well, that you can't be looking that far ahead, that you have to do these kind of incremental goals. How would you say she's settled in, and then the other newcomers as well?
Yeah, I mean, Vikki, we all know Vikki Wall's an unbelievable athlete. We've seen her on the Gaelic footy field as well as the AFL field down in Australia. So, all credit to Vikki. She's really thrown herself into the program and has absolutely committed to it. She's adding a lot of value on the pitch with her athleticism and the slightly different things she brings, and then also off the pitch. She's got a lot of high performance intellect, so it's great for us to learn from her as well. She's been in various environments, and she's really helping us off the pitch also drive our culture and drive those performance standards. So she's settled in really well, and hats off to her.
And that's obviously something the RFU have been doing for a long time now, looking at other sports and seeing who might be suitable. How do you think it translates from the other sports, let's say even for example the Gaelic football?
Oh, there's some unbelievable athletes in Gaelic football, and we see them running around all weekend, we need athletes playing rugby, and we open the doors to many more Vikki Walls to try and make that transition. It's an unbelievably difficult thing to do, because there's slightly different sort of nuances within the rugby field, but it's massively exciting to travel and tour the world. So, we've seen amazing athletes running around in the Gaelic footy field, and we need those athletes in rugby, and we open our doors to many more if possible.
What do you think is the most difficult part? Is it the conditioning or kind of the skill side of the game?
Probably not the conditioning. I think slightly different elements to it, but in GA I think they're running 13-14 k's a game, so they're pretty fit enough. It's more the contact element of the game. So the tackle technique side of things is specifically within the safety of rugby, and the level changes that we need to do within our tackle, as well as the breakdown. The breakdown's a slightly different or slightly nuanced part to rugby, so getting that into Vikki and teaching Vikki, and with all due respect, her just asking questions and learning through playing has been good, but those are probably the most difficult areas for her to work on.
And since you came in 2017, obviously head coach then more recently, but what would you say has transformed the most in Irish women's sevens rugby?
We've definitely got a lot more girls coming through our program that can play rugby, which is obviously credit to the WNTS academies throughout the country. So we're starting to see more and more girls come in that are at a higher skill level. Obviously, we've got a fairly experienced group within our squad, within Stacey, Lucy, Lee are really experienced, have been here for a long time. So what's good to see is more girls coming in and able to compete with regards to basic skills, and then it's about exposing them on the World Series and making sure that they've got that mentality to compete and perform for Ireland.
That star power will be very helpful, I'm sure, in securing the rugby stars of the future, because even those names you mentioned there, and there's a few more in the trade squad too, it's looking hopeful.
Yeah, I mean, we need to leverage as much as we can. We've got unbelievable people within our squad, and I shouldn't mark one, but we've got unbelievable girls that have been involved with this program for many moons. So we need to grow the game outside of here, and we need to leverage them and get more young girls playing rugby, and with the likes of personalities like a Stacey and a Lucy and a Lee going out and doing more coaching sessions with them. It's an unbelievable opportunity for us to get more girls playing rugby, not just sevens but playing rugby.
And I know you said you're not looking that far ahead yet, but what's your goal now for this year and then subsequently the Olympics, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, we want to go to the Olympics and we want to compete at the Olympics. We've discussed it in depth as a group, and we don't want to just go make up numbers. We really do believe that we can go and compete. We really do believe that we can go and compete for a medal, and that's what Irish rugby wants from us, and that's what we have to do. So we need to then take those steps back and look at each step and go, well, how can we grow our internal competition? How can we make sure that we use every step within our journey towards the Olympics to make sure we learn and improve? And a big part of that is making sure that our squad grows and the internal competition grows within that squad, and that's where people like a Vikki Wall, a Vikki Cunnane, you know, we're trying to make sure that they step up to push the more senior players, so that it's not just comfortable. It's a good competition environment.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks, Alan.
Cool. Thanks so much. Much appreciated.